Hi, I'm Chad Heilson. I'm the owner here at Pitmaster RV Park. If you're watching this video, you're probably interested in the RV rental program and wondering how does that work. We use your RV and we market it, we rent it, and we service the customer and we service the RV, we clean it, we do minor maintenance on it, and then we do a revenue share. So the revenue split is 10%. And why 10%? Well, 10% covers the administrative fees. It covers our marketing. It covers the reservations. It covers some of the administration. And then after that, the split is a 50-50 split. You get 50%, we get 50%. So why would we want to have your RV in our park? Well, it's simple. The RV travel industry, and you're probably very familiar with it, otherwise you wouldn't be watching this video. A lot of people it's a hassle to take your RV out. You have to hitch it up. It's extremely heavy. There's a lot of pull on the tow vehicle. It can be scary to tow a vehicle in heavy traffic. And then you get probably 8-9 miles per gallon if you're lucky on your way up here. So by the time you get your RV from your house to our destination, you could be out easily $100-$150, potentially round trip. What we're noticing here in Concan is the demand for lodging is 5-to-1, if not even greater. There is demand for people that are looking for housing, they're looking for lodging, and having an RV in a RV park markets well to the customers. We have right in front of me our barbecue center with tremendous barbecues that are state of the art. All you do is hit the power button and boom, you're barbecuing with wood chips. And then we have all the infrastructure for the RV and as well as we have amenities. We have a wiffle ball field, which nobody uses, but we have it. We have a dog park. It's huge. We have a pickleball court, and we have plenty of space for just walking around recreation. And if you look around this area, it's absolutely beautiful. And so why would you want to put your RV into our rental program? Well, maybe you're just not using your RV anymore like you thought you did. You're potentially, maybe you own it, maybe you don't, but this is just an opportunity to earn additional income. It is not an investment, so please don't go out and buy an RV and then put it in our rental program looking to make a profit. It is merely a means to offset the expense of RV ownership. The other advantage is that when you want to come to the park and utilize the park and stay in your own RV, you can. So what type of RV do we want? Well, we want an RV that can sleep generally about 4 people. So it could be a queen bed with a pull-out couch or bunk beds, something to that effect. The other thing we look at for an RV is we don't want your linen in there. We don't want your bedspread. We don't want your sheets or your kitchen towels. None of that. We want it stripped out all the way down to the mattress, and very limited things in the kitchen, basically so you can cook a basic meal but not completely destroy the kitchen, because nobody wants to clean up after that. Everything has to be in working order. So the hot water needs to work, the air conditioner needs to work, the heating needs to work. All these things need to function appropriately. And then if any of those things do need maintenance or repairs, if it's an easy low-cost maintenance, we'll probably do it. But if it's a significant repair or replacement, like your hot water heater went out, that's your responsibility to provide a working asset that functions accordingly. And if your hot water heater doesn't work, then we would request that in order for your RV to re-enter the rental pool, you would have to get that fixed. And we can help coordinate that for you if you like. Our marketing, well, we have found a significant niche on how to get the lodging and the housing, and that's a trade secret. It's on our side. But we did very well this summer with all of our lodging, and people, that was our top seller is our lodging, our covered wagon and our existing RV. And to be frank with you, in order to sustain the survivability of the park, we need more lodging. The RV spots they rent at peak during the season, maybe $85, but there's a lot of competition, so you have to keep your rate at parity with the competition, and so that's very challenging market. The lodging industry is in such high demand that when things are in high demand, the price can go up. And so when we're in season, and I define season from Memorial Day to Labor Day, the demand is extremely high, and we yield our prices accordingly based on the demand, and that's called dynamic pricing. So an example of dynamic pricing is we know that demand for 4th of July weekend is the absolute peak. So of course we're going to have the absolute peak pricing strategies in place. However, Tuesdays, midweek, we know our low demand. You know, people will stay over the weekend. Sometimes they'll stay Monday. But Tuesday, the demand is very low. So we have a very competitive price on Tuesday in order to gain what we call our fair share of the market. And so that's the game, is as we look at the other parks, we see what their pricing strategy is. And then also, if we see that they're full, that's called compression. And that compression allows us to increase our pricing because there are fewer options in the market. So those are some of the strategies around our dynamic pricing that we do. I would say, though, if you are to set up an expectation, you know, what do you call success? Well, success is, you know, your RV gets rented out a lot. Well, there's also some offsets of success. Your RV gets used quite a bit, so we have to really stay on top of the maintenance in order to make your RV look and function like new. The RV that we have right now, we replaced the shower head because, well, it just got used, and we all know what an RV shower thing looks like. It's cheap and it's poorly constructed. So we replaced it with a nice quality one, and it's been working fantastic ever since. So many of those types of things should be, you know, expected with it. But on the other hand, you know, there's a means for generating ancillary income. At the end of the year, you will receive a tax statement, a 1099. I think it's an R, 1099-R, and that stands for rents. And so we distribute that to you, aligned with the IRS guidelines and everything, and then you're responsible for reporting that income on your taxes. The sales taxes we will take care of. That goes on top of the rate, as is customary for sales taxes. We'll go ahead and collect and file and report the sales taxes. Anything else? Can you use your RV? Absolutely, you can use your RV. Would it be wise to use your RV during July 4th weekend? No. You would be forfeiting your revenue. The other thing, we do have a contract. So the contract spells out who's responsible for what and how everything works. One of the key things to the contract, though, for on your end to be careful about is to make sure that your RV is insured. Expectations. Spring break is always it's a short window. It seems like every year the school districts seem to align spring break together. So spring break can generally be just 2 weeks. In the past, when the school districts would stagger out spring break, it could be as long as a whole month that the hospitality industry benefits from it. But in the Texas, which we're in a drive-in market, all the school districts seem to align. So in the spring, we'll have a very strong push for spring break. And then we have kind of a quiet zone, which is absolutely probably the best time to go camping because the weather is phenomenal. And, we get good rains and the river runs real well. And then from Memorial Day to Labor Day, we call that season. And that's when kids are out of school, families want to be on vacation, it's hot, people want to go to the river, they want to float the river, all of that stuff. So that's the peak season. All the schools do go back in session, though. I think it's probably the first or second week of August. As soon as that hits, there's an immediate drop off or kind of a market lull. And then we get our last burst of occupancy for Labor Day. And then after Labor Day, we change our marketing strategy. I'm marketing right now. It is currently September and we're going into October to bring in the rental units. We have 10 spots available and we're going to limit it to those 10 spots. And then once we demonstrate to ourselves that we can sufficiently occupy those, we may open it up to 10 other spots. However, for right now, it's the first 10 qualified spots that we are going to accept into the rental program. And then after that, we'll reevaluate it maybe in the summer or maybe again same time next year. So that's kind of the story. Obviously the season's over. Why would you do it now? Well, you would do it now so that you're in the program for next year. You would do it now to have it here with us, and you don't have to pay for a storage fee. Your asset is on our property. You will be earning some income, but you won't have to pay anybody a storage fee anymore. So there's some cost reduction with that. So I think I've said enough. I'll do some editing and chop this up a little bit so that it's fast paced for you. But hope to see you in our rental program.